The Grammy goes to Cowboy Carter.
Alright, let's talk about what happened on the Grammys. And with all these nominees, why Billie Eilish left with the 0 awards. Okay, so we all know that Beyoncé won the Best Country Album over Billie Eilish. Was it fair with Billie Eilish? If it was, then why she was crying at the Grammys?
The new album right here is called Hit Me Hard and Soft.
So as we all know, this album was very special to Billie. And in this album, Hit Me Hard and Soft, she literally poured her heart into the music that feels like deep conversations and personal conversations with her. It feels like she's sitting next to you and sharing her fears, dreams, and heartbreaks with the honesty only she can deliver. Then why there were tears in her eyes at the Grammys? Well, despite delivering one of the most talked about
Cowboy Carter,
albums of the year, Billie Eilish walked away empty-handed while Beyoncé took home Album of the Year. Was this a massive industry snub? Did the Recording Academy turns it backs on Billie Eilish? Billie Eilish O'Connell is no joke. She's a very popular human being across the world. A teenage sensation who took over the world by her song Ocean Eyes and became a global superstar by her song Bad Guy and made history by sweeping 5 Grammys in one night. But fast forward to 2025, where she left Grammys empty-handed, 0 wins, not even for Best Country Album. What happened? How did the music industry's favorite rule breaker go from records breaking to being completely shut out? Let's break it all down. So, it all started with a song uploaded to SoundCloud in 2015. Billie wasn't your typical pop star, no flashy outfits, no bubblegum lyrics, just raw, moody vibes, and people loved it. She wasn't just making music, she was creating a whole aesthetic that came lovely with Khalid and a haunted ballad that everyone was talking about. And let's not forget Bad Guy, the track that flipped the music industry upside down. Bad Guy wasn't just a song, it was a cultural reset. The weird, quirky bass line, her whispery vocals, and sarcastic lyrics, people couldn't get enough. It was dominated the charts and dethroned Lil Nas X's Old Town Road song. And then Billie made the history, youngest artist ever to have a Billboard #1 on the Hot 100. And the remix with Justin Bieber happened. For those who don't know, Billie Eilish was a huge Belieber growing up, like posters and all over her room, kind of fan. And suddenly she was collaborating with him on her biggest iconic song. But Billie was celebrating the music industry, was watching. She wasn't just an indie darling anymore. She was officially a threat to a traditional pop machine. And then, as usual, every celebrity has the controversies and the drama, but with the fame comes controversies, and Billie was no stranger to it. From accusations of queerbaiting to backlash over her Lost Causes video, where some fans thought she was faking her sexuality for clout, the internet was always in a frenzy over her every move. And let's not forget the Illuminati accusation. Some conspiracy theories went wild, claiming Billie's dark visuals and cryptic lyrics were proof she was part of the secret elite cult. The internet can be crazy sometimes, but even with all the noise, Billie kept winning, and in 2020 she made history. Not winning just 5 Grammys in one night, the night Billie Eilish was just unthinkable. She became the youngest artist ever to sweep the big 4 categories of Grammys: Album of the Year, Record of the Year, Song of the Year, and Best New Artist of the Year. Oh, and she also won Best Pop Vocal Album. 5 Grammys in one night. Well, winning all that Grammys at that young age, it means putting a target on her back. Some critics started calling her industry plant, saying she didn't deserve. Others thought she peaked too early. And Billie, she felt that pressure so hard, so she even admitted that she thought people hated her after winning so much. Well, maybe. Her sound changed too. Happier Than Ever showed a more mature emotional Billie, and but some fans weren't feeling it. And with the rise to a new stars like Olivia Rodrigo, Doja Cat, Ice Spice, Billie wasn't the industry's only it girl anymore. Because at that time, Doja Cat and Olivia Rodrigo songs were at peak. And Billie always admired both of those singers, Olivia and Doja, and Billie even admitted that working with Doja has always been pleasure. Now in 2025, she released songs with Doja, and like that, same goes for Olivia Rodrigo. Olivia has been fangirling on Billie so hard, so they even met on Grammys and they are friends now. And let's talk about what happened on 2025 Grammys. Billie had 7 nominees, including Album of the Year and Record of the Year, Birds of the Feathers song. But guess what? She won nothing. Zero. Not even for Best Country Album, which, by the way, she was nominated. But the moment that everyone was talking about Billie crying during Beyonce's winning for Album of the Year, some people thought she was sad about losing, others said that she was just emotional over Beyonce's historic win. Either way, it was full circle moment because let's not forget Billie once said Beyonce should have won over her in 2020. But let's be fair, in 2025, Billie's album was all over the social media and charts and billboards and even on Spotify. Birds of the Feather was most streams song, and it was really unfair to Billie. And we all know she was crying because she didn't won that award. And it's not a shade to Beyonce, but we didn't even saw Beyonce on charts, not even on Billboard or on Spotify. Never ever. Nobody is talking about Beyonce's Cowboy Carter, but everyone's talking about how it's unfair to Billie Eilish. Well, that's a very shocking. That's a very shocking thing for Billie Eilish because she dominated the Grammys all over the years and she even won an Oscar. So, yeah. Now, the big question, where does Billie go from here? Is this the beginning of the end or is just another chapter in her career? We have seen artists lose the Grammys before and after come back stronger. Taylor Swift, for example, lost Album of the Year twice before winning again. Maybe Billie's next era will be her biggest yet. But one thing's for sure, whether she's winning Grammys or going home empty handed, Billie Eilish will always be the force to be reckoned with. Now, let's talk about what really mattered, the performances the girl Billie delivered. She hit the stage with Birds of a Feathers, her haunting, stripped down ballad that everyone is in the audience saying like they were in some kind of musical trance, and then boom, the lights changed, the bass dropped, and she transitioned into Lunch, a song that had already stirred up controversies for its bold lyrics and suggested themes. The energy electric, even people who weren't Billy fans had admitted she owned the stage. And she did. She always come up with new ideas and new things, and everyone is just stunned because of her performances. Every time she comes on stage, she just do blasts, explosions. Now let's talk about the nominees. Well, Billie wasn't just nominated for some throwaway categories. She was up for big ones. We are talking about Album of the Year, and it was Hit Me Hard and Soft, her album name. Record of the Year, it was Birds of the Feather. Song of the Year, Birds of a Feather. Pop, Best Pop Album, Hit Me Hard and Soft, Best Pop Solo. performance, her music video Lunch, best music video Birds of a Feather, best country album Hit Me Hard and Soft. Yes, apparently this album had some country vibes, and the Grammys were feeling generous with the genre placements. Sounds impressive, right? Well, hold on to your wigs because this is where things take a turn. And the Grammy goes to not Billie Eilish. Alright, now imagine you are sitting in the audience, dressed to the nines, waiting for your name to be called. You have been here before, you know what it feels like to win 5 Grammys in one night, remember? But this time, something feels different, something feels off. And then it happens. One by one, Billie watches as the award slips through her fingers. Best solo performance? Olivia Rodrigo takes it for Vampire. Best music video? Taylor Swift. Da. Best pop vocal album? Miley Cyrus swoops in with Endless Summer Vacations. Song of the Year? SZA's Snooze. Record of the Year? Dua Lipa's Training Season pulls an upset. And the most burning topic of the awards? Best Country Album? Beyoncé. Yep, you heard right. The same Beyoncé that Billie was up against for Album of the Year. Now at this point, Billie is sitting there like, okay, cool, cool, cool. Maybe Album of the Year. Maybe, maybe I win that. But then the final nail in this coffin, Beyonce's win for Cowboy Carter. Well, we all saw Billie's reaction. Was she crying over Beyonce's win? Her eyes was telling everything she couldn't tell. And let's talk about the moment. The cameras caught Billie looking a little emotional. Some people swear they saw tears. Was she crying because she lost? Was she was just overwhelmed because she was happy for Beyonce? The internet had opinions. Some fans were like, OMG, Billie was robbed. Others were like, nah, she's just feeling the moment. And then there were the messy ones who tried to start a feud between her and Beyonce, like, do you all want drama that badly? But honestly, Billie has always been pretty chill about awards. Even in 2020, when she won Album of the Year over Ariana Grande, she literally got on stage and said Ariana deserved this. And they both looked overwhelmed. Ariana Grande, one of the biggest pop stars in the world, and when Billie won that album, Billie was like, "Oh, I think Ariana deserved this better than her," and she was not right. Billie, at that moment, she was gaining fame and popularity, and also she was overwhelmed by winning over Ariana, and she always looked up to Ariana in her whole life because both are both belongs to the pop music, and winning over Ariana Grande was the biggest overwhelming feeling of her life. So I don't think awards were ever Billie's bad reactions over with, but when we saw she was literally in tears, so we couldn't tell if she was overwhelmed or she was actually crying for losing her awards. Even though Billie and Ariana were friends at that time, and when Bad Guy was hit with Justin Bieber, she was not a small or a mini star, she was a big worldwide sensation. But what happened now on Grammys was a little shock for Billie fans because her album Hit Me Hot and Soft were all over the charts and Spotify streams and everything. But when she left with 0 Grammys, that was so heartbreaking for Billie fans But why did Billie lose? Let's be real. Now, let's be honest, Billie didn't lose because she isn't talented. She didn't lose because she didn't deserve it. She lost the music industry because music industry is a machine, and this year the machine was pushing other artists harder. Beyonce's Cowboy Carter was historic moment, the first time she won country album after years of being snubbed. The Grammys weren't about to miss that opportunity. For example, Olivia Rodrigo, she is now a Gen Z darling. She has got angsty, heartbroken, and like Billie, she has got that energy like, I just got dumped and I'm famous. That the energy is eating up. Dua Lipa in her disco era, she is making training seasons a thing. And Taylor Swift, do we even need to know the explanation behind it? She could breathe on a mic and win a Grammy. She is so talented. Duh. And her album was all over the charts too. And her song Fortnite even broke records on Spotify. But it doesn't mean if you are winning on Spotify or the charts, so you are gonna win the Grammys. But I don't even saw Beyonce on the charts. Now, does that mean Billie was blacklisted? Nah. But let's be real, the Grammys loves a narrative, and this year's narrative, Billie had her moment, and now it's time to share the spotlight. But here's the thing, Billie isn't going anywhere. She's only 23, she's got time. Taylor didn't win Album of the Year for 10 years. Adele took a break and came back stronger than ever. And let's not forget, Billie is still one of the most unique artists in the game. Maybe this was just a reset. Maybe the industry is making a room for a new Billie Eilish era, and who knows, maybe the next Grammys she'll be the one making history again. We all know Billie was just snubbed by Beyonce, and Beyonce literally had those controversies about her and whatever. So I guess there was something we don't know yet about the Grammys, and it's not like winning an award proves that you're a good artist. Billie has proved many times that she is the one of the unique artists, and her music is unique. She don't even need autotune or any kind of promoting things like other artists do. But we all know that she is the unique and the rare artist, and her music is the best in the world. And let's not forget, she broke the records of taking 5 Grammys in one night. So we hope that she break next all the records of Grammys. So what do you think? Was Billie totally robbed, or was it the natural cycle of the music industry? Should she have won the best country album, or most importantly, does this mean she is about to drop her most fire album yet? Let's talk in the comments. Alright, you guys, this was it for the video. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel and press the like button. I'm going to post a new celeb videos, drama about Hollywood, and many more hot topics. So stay tuned and stay safe. Goodbye.